Happy 4th of July weekend. So I just picked these roses, and when I went out, I had the thought that I would pick red and white ones. Well, there aren't any white, and this is the only little red one. So it's mostly pink, and that is just fine because pink to me is always the color of love. And this video is about love and 4th of July. Okay. So I'm going to tell you one of my favorite stories, and I might have told it last year, but it's okay. It's worth repeating. So as you know, because you've seen different puppies come on the videos sometimes, we raise golden retriever puppies maybe once a year or sometimes every other year. It's not that many times, but we started when our children were young to join the Aptos July 4th parade. And it's quite a local little thing. And we wrote to everyone that got puppies from us and asked them to join us in the parade. And there were, this one particular year, there were 20 of our puppies. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous golden retriever dogs. And I think we had 3 at the time. So when we were to meet before the parade in a veterinary parking lot. So we were there with our dogs, and there were 3 other dog groups. One were the Great Pyrenees, the white ones.
The big ones, yeah.
Oh my gosh, are they gorgeous. They make our dogs look like little dwarfs. The Great Pyrenees were all brushed and gorgeous, and they all had these beautiful 4th of July costumes on, plus they had a cart. That was one group. And then there was the Dachshund group, but they were so cute. They were all dressed in these little costumes. One was dressed like a hot dog with a roll around it. That was adorable. And then there were the pugs, and they were not dressed so much, but the sheer number, probably 40 of these little pug dogs, and us. No costumes, no nothing, just the dogs. And they were not really trained to march in the parade. We were all just having fun. So the Great Pyrenees went first and got a huge applause. You know, they're so majestic. And then I think we went next, us with the owners and these 20 golden retriever dogs. And the dogs did not want to walk in the middle of the street like all the other dogs were doing. They wanted to walk close to the people because golden retrievers just they just have a heart of love, and they want to give their love, and people were petting them, and
a little like us.
there were no dogs in the middle of the street. They were all kind of on the side and crisscrossing and wagging their tails. And we got to the judges, and the dogs all sat for a moment, and then we continued on. And there's prizes. And I never, ever think that we will win a prize because, well, I always think the Great Pyrenees are going to win the prize, you know? I mean, really. So in the paper the next day, they announced the prizes, and they said the best dog group, the Golden Light Kennel, which is us. I couldn't believe it. And I went to the place to pick up the prize, which was a blue ribbon. And I said, one of the judges was giving them out. I'm like, why did we win? I have no idea. And he said, this year, you won for love. Isn't that beautiful? There was nothing fancy, nothing extraordinary, just the love in these beautiful dogs' hearts. I really love that it's not about all the extra stuff that we think will make us be more wonderful, more prizeworthy maybe. So I have another story too. When Barry was in his psychiatry residency in Portland, Oregon, I applied for a job and actually got it in the psychiatry department, working with the child psychiatry department. And I felt, I have a nursing degree and I also have a master's degree, but these were all PhD specialists, MD specialists, pediatric specialists. These were highly, highly, highly educated people that I was working with, and I felt very inferior. My job was to interview the children while these other people sat in behind the two-way mirror, and they would do their intellectual thing as I was just playing with the kids and getting them to talk. And as long as I was with the children, I didn't feel inferior. But as soon as I was with the adults, I felt very inferior. Of course, and I was much younger than everyone too. So at the end of the year, we were going to move on and travel. And I made an appointment with the head of the psychiatry department for this big medical center. And he said, "Oh yeah, we'll go out to lunch. That'll be great." Of course, I was very, very intimidated to be with this man. And finally, I asked him the question that I had been wanting to ask him the whole year. Like, why did you hire me? My education is so less than everybody else that was on that floor. Why did you hire me? And his answer was so beautiful. He said, "Oh, I should have told you. It's the love in your eyes. And we really needed that up on the psychiatry floor." Isn't that a beautiful thing?
It's true. I was there, and the psychiatry floor, we were all like...
Very serious. Very, yeah.
Diagnosing and
Yeah.
treating.
So I think in life, we feel like, well, maybe if I had more education, I'd be more acceptable, or maybe if I lost weight, maybe if my hair looked better, maybe if I were younger, all these things, maybe if I had more expensive clothes, nicer jewelry, all these things, but it's not. It's so simple. It's really the love that we allow to come through our eyes and through our hearts. Right?
Yeah. It reminds me of Joyce wrote last month, it's on our website, an article, and I think the title was Education or Wisdom. And it was a lot about her mother, who had no degrees, and yet her whole family, all of Joyce's family, looked to Joyce's mother for wisdom. Isn't that something? And everybody had PhDs and masters and all that.
But they all went to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. A blue ribbon for love. All right, Barry, you have a song for us?
Yeah, I do. But I July 4th, okay, it's about independence. And I actually wrote an article a while ago proposing that we celebrate a different holiday rather than Independence Day, Interdependence Day, where we're conscious of our dependence on one another, on the earth, on everything, that it's because so many people are afraid of dependence. And certainly I was terrified of dependence. But now I realize that my greatest independence is when I'm aware of how dependent I am. For example, I really need Joyce's love. I really deeply need your love. And for me to be aware of that is so liberating. Okay, here.
I need your love, Barry, very, very much.
Yeah, I know. And it's freeing.
It is.
Okay, so this is one of my songs about freedom, right? in the waters of your love. Let me feast on the bounty of your earth. Let me fly through the heavens in your song. Let me rest in the stillness of your peace. Let me swim in the waters of your love. Let me feast on the bounty of your earth. Let me fly through the heavens in your song. Let me rest in the stillness of your peace. Let me be free. Let me be free. Let me be forever free. Let me be free. Let me be free. Let me be forever free. So let's close our eyes a moment and have a moment to celebrate our freedom to love, our freedom to need each other, our freedom to be exactly who we are in this world, because the world needs exactly who we are. Not for us to pretend we're someone else, but to be ourselves. Okay, open your eyes, and we love you, and we need you too.
And may you have a beautiful 4th of July weekend, and stay safe, and may your pets not be too bothered by all the noise. And remember that a blue ribbon for love, that it's the love that we allow to come through our hearts and through our eyes. That's the most important. All right, one more look at the roses.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll see you next week.
Your roses could win a blue ribbon for love.
Okay.
Here.